Briefing a little later on today ahead of a planned motion to oust him. The EFF and ANC also scheduled to host briefings on coalition governments in the metros. Now, ANC Tshwane Mayor has the latest from Pretoria. He joins us now on the line. Tshwane, plenty of damage control being done from the side of the ANC and the Democratic Alliance. Let's focus on the DA now ahead of Solly Msimanga's media briefing later on today. What are we hoping to hear from him?
Well, indeed, Michelle, Solly Msimanga is seemingly trying to do damage control in the administrative capital of South Africa, in Tshwane. You'd understand that the economic freedom fighters, the EFF and the ANC, have both put separate motions of no confidence against the Democratic Alliance Mayor Solly Msimanga, who's also the DA's premiership hopeful for the 2019 general election. This comes after Solly Msimanga instituted disciplinary measures against the city manager, Dr. Tshwane Mayor. He was obviously defended by the Economic Freedom Fighters national leadership in the form of Julius Malema, along with the EFF top six last week in Braamfontein when they held their press briefing, saying that Solly Msimanga is going after black excellence and black management that uncovered corruption, maladministration, and wrongdoing in the city of Tshwane after that Glad Africa 12 billion rand contract that was awarded to an engineering company called Glad Africa that is based in Midrand and that is supposedly has free office space in City of Tshwane office buildings. That's what Solly Msimanga will be responding to today, along with the vote of no confidence against him planned for Thursday. We've also seen a WhatsApp screenshot message that was tweeted by Julius Malema, where Solly Msimanga in the DA caucus and regional WhatsApp groups said that the DA, said that the ANC and the EFF have some sort of coalition that is going on in the city of Tshwane that would see the EFF taking half of the mayoral committee seats and the other half going to the ANC, and the ANC getting the mayorship, which will also see a contract being split between the Economic Freedom Fighters and the ANC.
Now, Tshwane, as Solly Msimanga tries to figure out where it all went wrong, there are a number of leads that he will be looking at. You talked about Tshwane Mayor Solly and him being accused of going after black excellence by the EFF, but I think we can trace perhaps the issues he's facing now to the scandal surrounding that of Marietta Oukamp.
Indeed, you'd remember, Michelle, that Marietta Oukamp was employed in the city of Tshwane without proper qualifications. Many people, including the ANC caucus leader, the caucus spokesperson in Tshwane, Lesego Makubela, called Miss Marietta Oukamp the Shaudi Motswaneng of Tshwane without having proper qualifications, but getting over R1 million salary in the capital administration of South Africa's city of Tshwane. So it raises questions of maladministration in the city of Tshwane and how various bureaucrats are appointed in that particular municipality. Remember, Julius Malema in his press conference also said that it was Dr. Tshwane Mayor who instituted an investigation of how Marietta Oukamp was employed. There was an investigation that exonerated the executive mayor of Tshwane, Solly Msimanga. But those chickens have come home to roost now in the political environment, because you'd remember that Tshwane is Solly Msimanga is the executive mayor of Tshwane, who has the day-to-day running of the city of Tshwane and is highly influential on which positions go to who and who gets what in that in the capital city. So let's go back to the issue of how the city manager was appointed in the city of Tshwane. You remember that there were applications that were put in. 5 people had to apply and were shortlisted for the city manager position. That was all put aside through the recommendation of Dr. Tshwane Mayor from outside, as he did not apply for the position. Solly Msimanga went out and headhunted Dr. Tshwane Mayor to this position that he now occupies in this seemingly political feud and battle that he is now embroiled with Dr. Mayor, was finding political salvage and political refuge in the Economic Freedom Fighters, who are now defending him, as opposed to the very same man who had hunted him, who's now the executive mayor of the city of Tshwane in the form of Solly Msimanga. So it seems as if it's a cat and mouse battle in the city of Tshwane between the Economic Freedom Fighters and the Democratic Alliance, as that coalition, not coalition, seems to be disintegrating. You look at what happened in the Nelson Mandela Bay Metro, where the ANC and the Economic Freedom Fighters, UDM and AIC, got together and voted together in what is seemingly not a verb and not an agreement signed on paper of a coalition, but it's a verbal agreement of parties simply voting together on an agenda. It remains to be seen what will happen in the capital city in Tshwane. You've got the African National Congress through its new regional chairperson, Dr. Tshwane Mayor, who are calling for the rerun and fresh elections in Tshwane, like we have seen in areas such as Metsimahulu municipality in the Free State. The same is being called by the ANC in Johannesburg, the Economic Freedom Fighters. In the last briefing I went to last week, Julius Malema, I want to quote him, he said that they will listen on the radio on who is more convincing between the ANC and the DA in Tshwane, and they may instruct their caucus to vote on whoever they perceive to be speaking sense in the language that they understand. We've been seeing that the ANC's regional chairperson, Dr. Tshwane Mayor, speaking a lot lately in the media. Julius Malema last week said that they would not vote for Solly Msimanga should the DA put up any credible candidates. They will listen, and on the day, they will decide who they will vote with, or they will simply just choose to abstain.
All right, well, thanks very much for that update. Samkele Maseko is our reporter tracking the story now. The Tshwane Mayor Solly Msimanga is to hold a media briefing a little later on today on that planned motion to oust him. He has said on the record that if the motion succeeds, he would walk away gladly. Of course,